Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Today we got a brand new book in, and this is probably going to be my last new book for a while. I know I always say that, and then I get more and so forth. But right now, as some of you know, I'm on mandatory restriction because me and Mother are going through our stuff. It is definitive that we will be moving. We will be selling this apartment. My mother has been in talks with the real estate person in our building. She's very good. Her name. The woman who basically sells the apartments in the building, she's one of the top realtors in this in the state, and she is in the city. She's really, really very, very good. Hello to the 3 people in my stream. So as you notice, I am drinking Lavazza coffee. Yes, I have the Lavazza ground coffee in my house, so I sometimes drink it. Hi, Michelle. As some of you know, I also purchased, I'm going to show you something I purchased. This is one of 9 pictures in Mariola Budek's. This is Mariola Budek's hair inspirations too. So if you guys are looking to hi, Carol. Hi, Kim. Hello, Michelle. So some of us, what happens with Mariola Budek is a lot of her images on PDF, and you have to go to her Etsy store. So this is one of the 9 images in her new hair inspiration, and this is from the darker set. So when I buy it, I get a light set and I get a dark set. So this is from the darker set. So this is also printed from the new printer, and this is on the cardstock. So I could use pencils if I wanted to use pencils, but usually when I work with Mariola stuff, I usually do markers. So I think Tiffany will be getting those castle arts. So I, now that I know it's official, I actually went through some of the collection again. I've logged in about 301 books, and I just started doing some of the books on the Asian shelf. So some of that stuff is the Asian stuff, and some of that stuff is stuff like I already know that I have, like the New Denbon Hair, the Kanuko Gusa books, Momo Girl, stuff like that, that you have already. She does some great pictures. So this is the Swedish edition. Now, I bought this off of Book Depository. Yes, I didn't buy this off of Amazon because you have to wait till August to get the Amazon version. Now, if you guys are impatient and you want the book now, and you live in the States, best bet, go to Book Depository. They will send it to you. If you want to wait to the American, I will say it's about $20-something to get this book. But it is a smaller book. Where is a full-size coloring book? It's a smaller book, like this one, just to compare it. I'm just using this as a comparison for size so you guys can see how small it is. Hey, don't judge me. It was the only thing I could grab at the time. Yes, I have a thing for color by numbers now. Oh, thank you, Nikki and Niagara, for that. So I actually saw this book first on Robin's channel. So not for Robin doing the flip through, I would have never known this book was available on Book Depository. So if you're impatient, you can't wait like me. This is what the book's title is. Berättelser från Skogsriket. Mala book illustrated av Hanna Karlzon. I'm sorry if my German or my Dutch sucks. But it basically translates to Tales from the Forest Kingdom. Look at the purple hearts. So as you can tell, it's hardcover. It has a nice little silver one. I think this is like probably my second book besides Talisman's. And I'm not sure which other book I ordered in that has a Swedish title in it. But Black Lines. The American book is going to look, I think, slightly different, but it's going to be the same pictures from what I heard. So then you get the little thing in there. The name page book. That's standard in most things. It is double-sided. So we will just move the camera out a little bit so you guys can see that. I think we're going to do this one of the fairies today because I like to always start in the beginning of the book. Unless I see something else I like. I saw a lot of people. Sorry. So that's how I know what I'm going to do. Get that one in there. Get the 2 pages in there. Yes, you will be getting a flip. I could see someone doing jewels with this. I've been going through a lot with my mother lately. Me and my mother have been arguing about things, getting things rid of. I already moved out some books to give to my nieces. I kept 2 Jenny Luan books because you never know when there might be a color along or you might need it for the color along. Look at the bug. I think this may be one of my favorites of hers. Plus, I like the fact, I think this may be a little bigger than the other one. I already saw some people doing tree houses. I've already left the link below if you guys want to purchase it in the description of this video. Although some people might want to get the book early and not wait for the American version of it. No problem. Everything's going well, Andrea. This is the new Forest Kingdom book that I got at Book Depository. I hope you're having a good day too, Andrea. So we could do this one. Hey, Michelle, you like these pictures with the mushrooms. So I put aside some books for my nieces in a priority mailbox. So, you know, I've been busy. Like on Michelle's stream, I asked who wants the Castle Arts, and I think Tiffany said that she would take them. Here's the thing, guys. If you see me doing things, oh, what kind of puppy did she get? I'm sure it's really adorable. Puppies are really adorable. So, like, I like her women. I just don't like doing birds. Unless they're grayscale. If they're grayscale animals, I have no problem doing grayscale animals. I'm actually starting to get over my fear of doing animals a little bit. So let's slowly do that. If it's in grayscale, I don't have a problem with it. Oh, and nobody, please, nobody send me a Tim Jeffs book, please. I just can't right now. Don't send me any books, guys. Really don't. If you guys want to send me cards or things like that. Oh, that's nice that he got a puppy. That's going to be a really enjoyable thing. I say don't get me any books because right now I'm in the middle of cleansing the thing out. And I'm already at 300 something and I haven't even gotten to that box in there yet. I'm still doing books for that. And I'm now in the Asian shelf. So think about that. The Asian shelf is humongous in its own right. So I started logging in some of the Asian books. So, you know, and sometimes you got to make decisions about what you keep, what you don't keep. And it ain't personal to any illustrator or anybody personally. It's just like, I got to think, okay, what can I really get used? What do I want to keep? What do I not want to keep? Do I really want to keep these pencils? Do I want to keep these markers? Do I want to keep that? And you guys know we do a lot. Oh, you know who did this picture recently? And I fell in love with what she did here. And I think this was done by Color and F in her finished pages. I did not have this book at that time. But she did an amazing job on this picture, Francis, which is known as Color and F. So I like that. Ooh, that's interesting. El sneko, el serpento. Snakes or serpents. That's cute with the bear. That's really nice. I think this may be her best one. I also like the size of it, that it's small enough that it won't bother me. You know what I mean? Like this one. That's a weird creature, but I like the creature. I think it's like an ogre. If my memory serves me right? An ogre, or what is that? But, you know, last night, as some of you know, I go sometimes on the streaming services. So what I've been doing is over the last 2 months or so, I went back and watched an old series on Disney Plus called Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. Now, I only got, when it originally aired, I only watched the first 6 episodes because then it went on hiatus. And then I never was able to watch the last 6 episodes. of it because it was only 12 episodes, but it was phenomenally well done. You know what I mean? They wrapped up everything in a season, you know? And I really, really enjoyed it a lot. And I'm also watching again Once Upon a Time. And I love that series. I really did like that series. So it was good. See, I like these cute little bottles. So, for me, I watched a lot of TV. So, sometimes I give up on things and then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should have watched it all over again. So I'm in season 2 of Once Upon a Time in Once Upon a Time. So, and I really thought the series was so good. Oh, look, frog. If only we could all find a prince. All the frogs we could find are frogs. So I thought it was like really well done in general. That's pretty. Okay, Tiffany. Enjoy your time. Unicorns! We all know what Grace is. I wish we could all be that lucky, right? I think Merlin and some kind of dog, magical dog, is magical helper. That's pretty. This is pretty too, even though I don't like the mouse. Right? These are some nice pages. Look at these. This artwork in it. I think this is one of her best pages. Everybody's gonna ask, what pencils are you using today? Wait and see. We'll see what we're using. Oh, I like this with the campfire. I'm like, when I see this, I think of Alice in Wonderland. Hello, Miss Danielle. Bye, Tiffany. Have a lovely weekend. And don't forget to send me your address through Michelle. So, for those pencils that I'm going to send you. So, that's cute too. Look at that little tree. Look at the tree with the butterflies so then we get this one at the end, and then we get a black background. So you guys can thank Miss Robin. See, it gives you a message in the back, and this is I think this is in Swedish or Dutch or whatever it is. So. Don't worry. Everything will work out fine. No, we don't want those pencils. We want these pencils. No, we haven't used in a while. Nothing we haven't used in a while. The colors. I think we should do some of this with my expensive pencils, and then we should do some of these with my higher end pencils. Is this water or is the clear part water? I'm not really sure what part is water and what part is not water. This is the water. And this is the ground. No, this is the ground. Is this the ground and this is the water? Because this one looks like looks like water to me. I think it's always important to start pictures you like. Okay, thank you, Michelle. I will get back on that. So I was hoping against hope that I would get the pen. They say the earliest we'll get the pen is May 12th, Michelle. The latest we'll get it is June 17th. No, when I saw the soul colors and I saw the colors, I was like, oh, wait a minute. They all look alike. This is how much of, see? Thank you, Michelle. This top part is not going to be water. It's going to be something else, so. Maybe I should have chosen a girl's face instead, but. I always like to start my coloring books with a full page illustration. I think we'll do this. The top part is like a sky. Maybe an autumn sky. Well, maybe we'll do a nighttime sky. Maybe we'll do a black or a purple sky. Yeah, purple sky sounds nice. We'll see when we're done. No, I got to do some work in the Jane F. Hankins. I got to do some work in the Jane F. Hankins book, my Linda Ravenscroft books. So someone asked me, would I keep my Linda Ravenscroft books? Like, yes, I would keep those after I finished it. I'm probably going to keep Rose Windows, but that's about probably it. What I'm going to keep because I probably got to think about how much this stuff is going to weigh. So that's why there's been so much stuff being given away on the channel. It's not about, oh, I want to destash because I need to destash. And, part of it is maybe going to a smaller size collection is not a bad idea for me because, here's the thing. When you have so much inventory, it gets hard to decide what to color. When you have a smaller collection, it's more, there's nothing wrong with having a big collection if you have the space for it. That's understandable, Michelle. But I've also been having new issues, actually. Some of you know I have had hand problems in the past. Well, they came back and they resurfaced big time last week. And they're continuing. And it's not going away easily. Which means I'm probably going to have to go to my doctor, get a referral. Yeah. You can't just go to the doctor anymore now. You have to go to your regular primary care doctor. And then you have to tell your primary care doctor what's wrong. Then he has to set up an appointment for you to go see the specialist. And it's not even my dominant hand that's hurting. It's my left hand that's hurting. It's not my right. But sometimes if one hand goes wrong, then the other hand goes wrong. And so, that's something that's an issue. So, I'm not 100% happy about the carpal tunnel. Then someone says to me, well, what if it's stress that's aggravating the condition? And I go, how can stress aggravate my issues when they're physical issues? It's not stress related. How can stress cause physical problems? Like, why do people think that? Stress does not always cause physical problems. Physical problems cause stress. Right now, it's just painful nuisance is what it is. But still, if it gets any worse, then I will go to the doctor. But I'm not too happy about it. So what color should we make this? Green, brown? What color should we make this? Green, brown? I can always do the sky brown, black. Brown? Okay. These are my colors. These are not actually my castles. See, these are the colors. And they look so much like the castle arts. It's not even funny. These are the colors. Yeah, no, they look like the silk colors and the silk colors. The silk colors, the colors, they all look alike. I'm not kidding you. They really do all look alike. And then I saw Michelle unbox those silk colors. I was like, those look an awful lot like my colors. These were very budget friendly. I think, what were they, like $30, $40 for 180 pencils? And yes, this is pale blue. And I don't know what it is, but lately I've been having problems with using my Tombos. Because every time I try to hold them gently, they hurt my hands immediately. I'm like, what is this? And they never used to hurt my hands before. So now I'm not sure if it's something to do with my the way that I'm holding them, or if it's my carpal tunnel, or maybe I just can't use them anymore. And that would be sad if I can't use them anymore. But at this point, maybe it's for the best that I don't have them in the collection at some point anymore. Maybe I just need to start thinking, well, all things come to an end, And I've tried holding them differently. I've tried holding them right-handed, and it still hurts my hands. Like, I can't go more than an hour without holding my tombos without them hurting me. So I might have to give those away too. I have to start thinking about what am I going to keep? What am I not going to bring with me? What do I want to bring with me to the new place? What do I want to leave behind? Everything comes at a price. I think I like this book more than I like the other books. I think this book might be my favorite of all the Johannas. I mean, Hanna Karlzon. Why did I say Johanna? I think Worlds of Wonder is, by the way, Johanna's my favorite Johanna book. Worlds of Wonder. So should we do this the same color or should we do this purple? I know Michelle's thinking, what color should we do this? Black, purple. Black or purple? Because if it's nighttime, then I can do all kinds of, then we can do like gel pens and things like that. Or should we keep it blue? Same color? Okay. As you can see, I have my little trusty swordfish today. Yeah, I brought it up from downstairs because the woman was coming, so I had to make my desk look all pretty. I had to make everything look so pretty. I had all the books out and everything. Then I had to make everything. Everybody wanted blue. Everybody wanted it to be the same color. Michelle, so maybe we'll make the girls purple. The dress is purple for the girl. But you all said brown for this. But you see how nice the swordfish sharpens this? So and I did finish doing the Holbein colored pencil chart, by the way. But you guys can probably tell that I've been doing a lot of work in the house. Get rid of things, moving things out. Going to my mother, I'm not moving fast enough for her. But what people don't understand is that I have a lot of stuff in my house. There's unicorns in this book, and you guys know I'm a big time fan of unicorns. I love unicorns. And I decided to give one of my little unicorn books, the cute unicorn books, to my nieces. Because I don't really color in it. Not the unicorns one, but the one that has cute unicorns and has some chibis with it. But I think they would like those pictures more than I do. I'm not going to really answer that on camera. I think she's, well, maybe I should. You know what it is? She wants things done a certain way. And when you want things done a certain way, when they're not done in the way you want them right away, then people get upset. And then, I've been nasty to her this week. I've been incredibly nasty to her this week. I'm really upset because my feelings were hurt. She didn't even talk to me about the issue, When you're not talked to about the issue, you're like, what is wrong? I can't right now buy anything else. I have to, here's the reality of it. It's like, you have to take the reality out of it. I also gave the girls one of Jenny Luan's books. I only kept 2 because I decided, what if there's a color along? That's the thing. Some people only keep 1 book of somebody's because they're like, what if there's a color along? And I accidentally threw out this book, like, what if there's a Millie Marauder color along? And I have a lot of other books I want. to color in, but I have to wait till we move to the new place to get those books. And I'm saying, I have fine lines too, but I'm not getting rid of those because those cost me too much money. No, that is something that I'm definitely taking with me. If you see me do this, this is because the book isn't made out yet. Now, don't not ask me if these are wax oil. I don't know. So maybe after the stream is over, I'll put links to where you can get the colors. I got the red tin with the elephant box. Well, they weren't that, now looking back on them, they really weren't that much, but depends on what brand you're going to get. Now, I personally like my Staedtlers. Some people like the Stabilos. Some people like Artezas. Now, I don't really care for Arteza very much anymore. I still have their water brush pens, by the way. And when I do color with the waters, oh no, we're not packing yet. We haven't even gotten a new place yet. We're like now in the prep stage, where you're like going through everything in the first run, and then you gotta go through it again in the second run. And then, it's like, I am working, but I'm only working 2 days a week, Danielle. Yeah, you can also, I would recommend that if you want fine liners, you can also go to your local art store, go to your local craft stores. Also, if you want to try fine liners and you don't want to pay a lot of money, I recommend going to a place like, not Hobby Lobby, but somewhere like a 99-cent store, Five Below. Mm-hmm. But there is one book that I will be keeping when I'm done with it, and that is actually Rose Windows. That is one of the few books that I am keeping after I finish it. Because even though I'm only 4 pages away, after I'm done with it, I will keep it. For me, the best fine liners are the Staedtlers. I like those the best, but some people like Stabilos. Some people like Artezas. I personally don't like Arteza products because they always leave yellow marks after my products, except for the pencils. The pencils and the water brush pens are the only things that don't leave yellow marks on the paper. I found their markers leave yellow markers. Their markers leave yellow on the pages. I will never ever get their markers. I will never ever get anything from Arteza ever again. And that's not to say they're a bad company. It's just that I don't like their products. And it ain't personal. It's just not what I like. It's nothing against the company. It's nothing against the brand. It's just, I did not like that. I did not have a good experience. You may have a different experience. So, when I get Arteza products, usually I get them on products that I'm going to spread to other pages. Like if I'm downloading a page. To me, the best place to get stuff that you want to try fine liners, I recommend places like Five Below and your Dollar Tree stores. Ugh, I would never get anything at Arteza. Sorry. Nothing against them. I just don't like them. I don't like the products. I think they just are not for me personally. But that's a personal preference. So, I am looking for a brown. No, that's dark yellow. What is this one? Brown olive. That will work. No, to me, I'd rather go to, you don't want to spend a lot. Stabler fine liners are good. I like them. You can buy them at the Amazon store. Also, go to your local discount store like Five Below, 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, or if you have like a Joann's, a Hobby Lobby, a Michael's, a Dick's, go in there and see what they have. That's what I would do. Go around there and see what they have. Compare prices. And don't buy the first thing you see. Just go look and see what's out there if you're looking for something in particular. What is Staedtler fine liners? I have the fine liners by Arteza too. I don't think I have the whole set anymore. I think I have most of them. Not everything was, not everything you're gonna like, As you can tell, I like a lot of different things. So this is my favorite. This is like my This was like my favorite shopping up before I got the Carl Angle. Carl Angle is really good too. Like I like the Carl Angle and I like my Swordfish because they sharpen a lot of my pencils. Like, for a long time people were saying, "Oh, I can't get my Black Widows to sharpen. They always break, and I don't understand how they break." And I'm like, because people didn't understand that they're black lead pencil. When you sharpen in black lead pencils, they're different. And really, what you should be sharpening your pencils with is one of these. Mm-hmm. And Tiffany. Also, Tiffany, people were like saying, "Oh, they couldn't get their Black Widows to sharpen for anything in the world. They didn't understand why they weren't sharpening." Now it was like hearing so many people say they didn't like the Black Widows because of the way they sharpened. I was like, that's because people don't understand that you're supposed to use a hand crank. This hand crank has worked on every. Oh, when I get a chance, I'll private message Tiffany to see if there's anything else she wants from me. I was gonna ask Tiffany if there was any other books that she wanted. I'll send her a picture of anything. Ask if she wants any other things too. I've got to start thinking. You know, when you're trying to when you're in that first stage of moving, you're like, okay, what can you do to make your life easier and better? In some ways, I haven't even diamond painted, and I was diamond painted, and I was making really good progress until my mother said, "Nope, you need to do this, you need to do this," and then I'm forced to go tomorrow with her to Holy Cross Cemetery in Brooklyn. Now, I'm not too happy about where that is. In Brooklyn, it's not in the best area, but it's not in the worst area. I will. You know, me and my mother going together is better than us not going together. You know, it's just I think that's why my mother wants me to go because it's safer if I go with her. So you guys got to think of it like that too. And this is brown olive. The other thing that I've been really good at this year is bringing down my bills a lot. I brought down my bills a lot last year during the pandemic, but I think I'm going to be, even though I paid off two credit cards, I ended up racking them back up again. I didn't mean to do that, and then, you know, so now I have them again. So I'm on the verge of paying off one. I think next month I'll be able to pay off the card again. So I think that would be a good thing for me to pay off one credit card at least, you know? So you look at this as the brown. I like this with the brown in it. Makes it look like it has an earth tone. If worse happens and I don't finish this on camera, I'll probably finish it off camera. No, 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 no. That's not supposed to happen. Eraser is your friend. I wish I had that little blue eraser. What happened to my little blue thingy here? This is a graphite pencil. Well, we could always color that over that with the background. I make like a nice little pastel background, maybe. See, there's a part of this that I have to do the background in. This is when you need the sharp point. Everybody knows this. This is when you need the sharp point. See, I don't like when the thing isn't fully, when the books aren't fully broken in. When you first get them, they have it. See, look how nice and sharp that is. See, and then there's a blue part that I didn't get. See? And there's a pale blue that I didn't have in there. So now we have to do that again. I have to take out the pale blue again. This is a spot I missed. See? This is when you need your sharp points. And thanks to Lovella today, because I was looking at her finished pages video. You know, everybody knows Lovella. She's the one hosting Color Your Hoard. Well, today I looked at her video for the finished pages for April's Color Your Hoard. I found a whole bunch of new colorists and channels that I didn't even know existed. You know, and I checked some of them out. Some of them are pretty nice. Some of them do some really beautiful work. And I think there's like one or two new colorists. There's a colorist, and she's been around for a while, and I've never even been to her channel. I always see her work on Instagram. I didn't know this girl had a channel, or this woman. I don't know if she's a girl or a woman because I haven't really looked at her videos. But you know, you go to YouTube, you look at the videos, and you go and see what they have out there. And you're like, oh, I didn't know you did that. You had that much content in your channel. So I was like, wow, the amount of content that someone has. Some people don't have that much content, but what they don't have in content, they make up for quality videos. You know what I mean? Yes, I did. It's called World's Fairy Tale. I did find out what that book was. It's called World's Fairy Tale. Isn't it? It's a really pretty book, too. I was like kind of happy to find it. You know, sometimes you find things that you're not expecting in your collection as you go through your collection. Everybody should do a D-stash at least once a year, just so you guys can see what you have. At least, you know, D-stashing is not a bad thing. It's not a horrible thing to do. I'm thinking I'm going to make all the fairies, because we did blue, so now I'm thinking the fairies should be blonde. And I think the dresses should be purple, red, or green. Not really sure yet. Maybe we'll do the mushrooms. Thank you, Danielle. You know, it's like, the extension is not bad. Sometimes having a reduced collection can be a good thing. For me, I'm looking at it as a good thing. Actually, technically 8 years. I've been a YouTuber, but I've only been doing coloring exclusively on my YouTube channel for 5 years. I actually originally had my YouTube 3 years before I started coloring exclusively. What happened was I made it originally as part of what I had my blog. Yes, I used to be a book blogger. I still have the book blog up, but I don't really review as much anymore because I'm doing this now. But I used it kind of like as a side project, my YouTube channel originally. So when I started doing this, I wasn't thinking of, you know, oh, I'm going to seriously do this as a hobby. And then, you know, it became less about doing it as a hobby. You know, and I even said to somebody, you know, I paid my dentist down this week. You know, you all know the story about what happened with the dentist last week. So I paid him a little more money than he actually charged me for the appointment because I wanted to pay down my balance. So, you know, I still got to pay down a significant balance for him because I owe him a lot of money. So I'm paying it. I'm going to probably give him every month a little bit of money. So this way then I can reduce my debt. Because before I leave here, I don't want to owe anybody anything before I leave New York. So that's one of the things I want to do is reduce my debt. You know, I'll probably go next month, at the beginning of next month in June, and give him something. So, you know, if I had the money. You know, the other thing too is that I tried to save some money and then, you know, other things hit up that I wasn't expecting. So I like the fact that this is a nice color. This is colors. Now, originally I got my Holbeins out and my Prismas out. Because that's what I primarily like to color with. There's my Holbeins and my Prismas. Now, some people say, oh, you shouldn't color with your Holbeins. You shouldn't color with them because they're expensive and they're hard to replace. You know what? Here's the thing. They're not hard to replace now. Now that I know Blix sells them individually, open stock via website, it's not a big deal for me to use them as much. And believe it or not, Loomies are more expensive now than Holbeins. You know, it's like cycling. You know, different things cycle throughout. And I think Demita Victoria is going to be coming out with the mermaid book. Yeah. I think because she gave a free mermaid page out. I'm like, ugh, I want that book, but I have to finish another book before I can get one. You know, a book that I can easily get rid of. Another book that I've decided to keep, should I finish it, is Fairies too. I'm on the verge of finishing that one too. I think I have like 4 or 5 left in that book too, by Christine Karen. So I do have some books on the verge of being finished. I do like them. I'm like, you know, part of me wants to keep everything that I finish, but that's not realistic because I'm going to have to pack that stuff. So you have to keep in mind what's going to be the lightest things for me to carry. So things have to be done in a way that makes sense. You know, I'm like, okay, what do I want to keep? What do I not want to keep? You know, guys, I'm going to keep my Copics. I'm probably going to throw out if it's not Copics and it's not my Blix or my Blick refills and my other stuff. Everything else is probably going to be thrown out before I leave with my markers, and then I'll just buy new budget friendly markers when I move. You know, you got to think about. You know, I got to think about what I buy, what I don't buy. Before this, I do have one thing I did buy. I didn't tell my mother I bought it, but this was before I knew we were gonna move, and I bought it months in advance. It's a diamond painting from Craftably. It's the only one that I have that's coming from them, and that's coming probably in June. So I haven't even told my mother that one's coming yet. So I'll probably put all the diamond paintings in a thing, and I'll probably go through them first pass too eventually. I could see myself doing a lot of pages in this book. The other book that I need to start working on again is in the other book that I really need to do some work in is Slavic Beauties, because I've done a lot of them. I will keep that one. I am 50-50 on the Ink House right now. Like, I'm thinking, should I give this one to my nieces or should I keep the Ink House? I'm like 50-50 on the book because it is such a pretty book overall. You know, I don't think my nieces are at an age yet where they can understand how pretty that book really is. Yeah, I'm kind of like saying to myself, do I kind of regret buying it? Yes and no. You know, it's the thing about that book. It's a really pretty book. I do like the pictures in it. I just got to figure out how to color them and what way to color them. Because you all know that I have a fear of coloring animals. Unless they're unicorns, dragons, or mystical creatures, then I don't have a problem. But every other animal I have a problem with. And pandas. I like coloring pandas. And those who watch this channel know what I mean by I like pandas. And who here is a Star Wars fan? Who liked May the 4th be with you day? I should have colored a baby Yoda picture for May 4th. You know, and I do have the how are we on time today? What is the time? What color should we make the mushrooms? I'm thinking pink, purple, or red. What are you coloring in your harness? I did leave a link where you can get this book. Mind you, this is I think the Swedish or the foreign edition. It's not the English edition. Now, here's the trade-off. If you wait for the English edition, it's like half the price. It's like, I think, what, $9 or $10? This is like $20 if you buy it off Book Depository. But it won't be available till August. And I wouldn't have even known you could have gotten this book unless I had seen Robin's flip through of this. 352. What is 352? What is 352? I don't know what 352 is. All the time. I meant the live time. Usually we go an hour and 30 minutes. So I think we're at like what? An hour almost? Yeah, 59 minutes. I did, but I don't think I meant like that time. I meant the stream time wise. I haven't even gotten to my holiday stuff, so keep that in mind too. You know, I was looking through one of my old Selena Finette books, and I'm like, I'm amazed by how much of a different colorist I am now today than I was back then, because half that book was not done in markers. That book was done back in when I was doing pencils. It was pre-marker book. Because then I see some of the work I did with my fine liners, and I'm like, I don't like the way this dragon was colored. I don't like the way this was colored. This wasn't colored bad, but still, when I was learning skin, you know, you look back on some of your older projects and be like, who's done that? Look back at some of their older books and be like, Most of the pictures from the first half are done. They were done like in pencil and fine liner, so they weren't really done with markers. So maybe the second half I will do with markers in that book, because I'm thinking, why not try doing that way? See what the difference is with the color schemes in them, you know? Well, let's try to finish it up. Like, I only got 2 left in Classy Princessa, the first half. Yes, I do have Nikki Burnett books. I think I finished one last year, and I got a new one this year, courtesy of Michelle. I got plenty of Johanna Basford's, but the book that I least like of Johanna's is Lost Ocean. I think I may get rid of that because I dislike the book so much. Nothing personal against the book, I just dislike it. I don't think it's going to come with me, to tell you the truth. You ever have a book you don't like? You know what I did one time? I had a coloring book a few years ago that I didn't like. So then the kids came over and I was like, hey, kids, color in this. They didn't even color in it. They colored all over. They like scribbled all over it. And I was like, yay. Well, Nikki has 2 kinds of books. The ones that she does in grayscale, which are advanced and beginners. And then she has the line art ones, which don't have any grayscale in them. So that's that one. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So what should we color? Grape Myrtle. $131. We all know whose favorite color this is. Whose favorite color is this? Yes, it is Michelle's favorite color. We all know it's Michelle loves it. Also, guys, if you want to keep your sharpeners nice and sharp, use a graphite pencil. Put this in every few months, and you won't have to switch out blades as much. I mean, eventually you will have to change blades, but I haven't yet to change my blade in the 2 years that I've had this. Well, because this is already sharpened, I can't do it like that. So let me do this. Let me break the point. There's something I can break the point on. So. This is a graphite pencil. So here, see this? You want to keep your pencils nice and sharp? Go like this and go like this with it, and you take this. There you go. Just do this. It sharpens up your blades, nice and pointy. Keeps the blade sharp. So you won't have to go nutty nut every time you need to do them. That keeps your blades sharp, actually. Sometimes they don't want to work with you. I like my colors. Would I buy my colors again? Absolutely. I done 180 pencils for the deal that I got them for. It was good. I'm gonna see if not buying as much helps me budget wise. Like there are still things I buy, like food, household expenses, things like that. And then I'm paying down my credit card bill. So, and then there are things that didn't come that I wasn't expected this year. Red or pink? I think we're definitely going to do the outfits green. Oh, I got 2 reds already. I get a criticism that I don't show enough budget-friendly stuff on this channel. But the truth be told, I like the expensive stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I do like my markers. I do like my things. And I've been using a lot of budget-friendly stuff on this channel recently, like my sprees, my towel trees. I do on occasion go back to use the expensive stuff. I'm not gonna lie about that. I do. I do like it. Okay, we'll do a red. But first, we must finish this purple. We're going to color all the mushrooms the same color. Because it looks nicer when it's all the same color. I know people who do different things with their pictures, but still. And I like these pencils because they're soft and they don't hurt my hands. A lot of times pencils hurt your hands. So. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or not. Depends on what time I get back. If we leave early and we end up coming back late, then there is no stream. And then I'll try and do one on Sunday. But this all depends on how much stuff I get done with my mother and the fact that we're going to be moving and everything is like I'm cleaning this, I'm cleaning out that. I'm figuring out where I'm at. Hi, Nick and Tina. You missed a lot of the stream. So this is the new book. This is my last new book for a while because you may not be aware of this. My mother has decided to sell the house. Now, that was not an easy decision for her, but it was because we can't actually, because the way the money has hit my mother this year, thanks in part to all the COVID stuff. I've also been doing giveaways. I've been giving away books like crazy. I'm also doing pencils lately and other things lately. Red. And these are the colors. And the red is number 6. We're using budget-friendly pencils. This is Tales from the Forest Kingdom. I got this from the book depository, Nick and Tina. Right now, Amazon isn't selling this book. The English version or the American version of the book doesn't release till August. But if you get it to Book Depository, you get this version of it, a Swedish version. This is the name of the book in Swedish via Book Depository. So I left the link down below where you can get the book, Nick and Tina. So am I talking to Nick or am I talking to Tina? I know it's been a while since I've talked to you. The moment I saw this picture, I knew I was going to start with this picture on this book. I knew I wanted to do this. We're going to make the fairies yellow. We're going to make them blonde. And then going to make the outfits green. So how is the children? How has Dylan been doing during COVID? And how is Tina? How is the family doing, Nick? I tell you, moving is going to be exhausting for me. Like getting rid of stuff, moving stuff, starting to figure out what you're going to keep, what you're not going to keep. You know? Hey, Robin, look, it's the book you enabled. It was thanks to your flip through that I got this book. See, you enabled Robin. And she's going, yeah, you should talk, Grace, about enabling. You enable more people than anybody else. Yes, I know I enable. And we are using my color pencils today, so. It already is stressful. You don't know how much stuff I've gotten rid of. How many bags of garbage I've had to get rid of. And then I've had to put books in boxes. Just so when they come over to look at the house, that they're not all over the place. You know, I was doing, before this happened, I was actually going through my collection and clicking through it and seeing what I wanted. You know, and I was doing an inventory sheet through my spreadsheet. Some of you guys know that I do I have Excel sheets. Most colorists keep Excel sheets anyway. So I have logged in 301 coloring books so far. I haven't even gotten to my Asian. I'm now doing my Asian book. There's some Asian books in the list now, so. Which basically, when I say Asia, I basically mean China, Korea, Japan, basically when I say my Asian book. So those are the 3 countries. Oh, I would believe that. I have it all in one file, all my spreadsheets for my coloring. Like, even though I write down what books I color, I put them in a spreadsheet. So every month, this is how I end up getting the total of how many books I color every month. And that's how I end up with the total. So this will probably be the last new book that I get for a while. What's happening is, like, I even said this earlier to someone, Nick and Tina. The thing is, because I'm moving, I can't get more books right now. So I'm like, okay, what can I literally do to make sure that I finish? Like, I'm only 4 pictures away from finishing Rose Windows. I'm only 4 pictures away. I think 4 or 5 pictures from finishing Fairies too, by Christine Karen. Some part of me is telling me, do not keep my Rose Windows. Do not keep my My Fairies 2 book, even though they're beautiful pictures, it's like I want to keep those two books because they're pretty. But I'm like, do I really want to pack the finished books with me when I go home? Someone says to me, well, why don't you keep them for a while and then keep them for like until you have to leave? So that's why you won't feel bad, you know? I'm also wrestling with the fact, should I keep Ink House or not keep Ink House? Or should I give that to my nieces because that has a lot of animals in it? Although I don't think they'd appreciate the book yet because they're too young to appreciate the book. Oh, that's very nice, Nick. I know you're like probably like May 18th. No, I've been streaming during the pandemic, you know. That has kept me kind of sane. You know, now I'm back to work 2 days a week, Nick. It's like it's part-time. So now I'm on partial unemployment. Someone goes, what's partial unemployment? And yeah, even though I earn a paycheck, there are some weeks where because of what I get paid, I don't collect unemployment that week if the previous week I get paid. Yeah, that's the way it works. If you make over a certain amount of money, unemployment won't give you your benefit, won't give you the extra money. So you don't get the benefit. It's just the way it works. Some weeks I get it, some weeks I don't. So I'm trying to manage my money a little bit better, if that makes sense to you. And so you know, I got hit hard this year with my tax bill. I did pay it. I'm only lucky that I had it because, you know, that stimulus, the last one, the $1,400, that went right back into paying my taxes. Yeah, so I didn't get to enjoy that money. I had to use it to pay my bill. Swordfish. These are colors, Nick. They're not castles. These are the budget-friendly ones. They were like 180 for like 30-something dollars. I'm gonna give away. I am giving my chaff lots to Tiffany because you know, I'm moving and I'm like, okay, what can I get that I'm not using? What will I be happier? Will I be happier downsizing? And you know, I had to ask myself that, you know, as my mother made this announcement that we will be moving and we will be selling the house, you know, until the real estate agent came and until she was doing all that stuff. You know, and I wasn't very nice to my mother this week because my mother pissed me off. And the previous week I was in pain, so I was just plain ass nasty to everybody. And when I'm in pain, I'm not a nice person. I think we all have that thing where we're like, leave me alone. I'm in pain. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to deal with anybody. It's like, you know, we all know what that's like, you know. You know, and I'm normally a very pleasant, talkative, fun person. I think maybe later tonight when I'm watching my wrestling, maybe my mother will let me diamond paint after dinner. I don't know what we're having for dinner because last night we had a KFC that she brought home, which I was really happy about the KFC. I like KFC. I had a bagel today, and really what I really wanted today was a pastrami sandwich. Now, every once in a while, down the block, I have the vendors, and you know, sometimes I have the Polish guy, sometimes I have the Jewish guy down there. Today, none of my no Polish guy, no pastrami guy. I love when the pastrami guy's there because it's just I love his food. I love having pastrami. Now, in order for me to have a really nice pastrami sandwich, I have to go all the way into where is it? I have to go all the way up to Cat's Deli, which is on Houston Street. But I have to be on a certain side to get it. Usually my trains run on the east side, so I have to go to the west side to get it. So it's not as easy to get to the west side there to get it, because I have to take a bus or I have to walk there. Walking is really far from where I live to get there. To get a really nice pastrami sandwich. And Cats is really good. I enjoy Cats immensely when I go there. It's like Jewish food, really nice Jewish food. Like, an old fashioned delicatessen food we're talking. We're not talking, and we're not talking cheap either because this food's very expensive, but it's delicious. That's an old expression. You get what you pay for. So after the mushrooms are done, I think we'll be done with the stream. I wanted to do this picture because it's the first picture. It's the first full picture. The other two pictures are like little books. So this is Hanna Karlzon's new one. Like, they're also really, really pretty. You can get this on Book Depository right now for about $20-something. I left the link below, so just so you get an idea of what's in here. Yes. Lots of pretty females with lots of animals. Somebody said they didn't like Hanna Karlzon's style and they were like kind of dissing on her. And I was like, I love her books. I think her books are awesome. So, I'm like a person who's like, okay, I'm now at 300 books logged in. So I'm like, okay, what can we do? What can we move out? And, I'm now also sending books. Over the last 2-3 months, I've sent some books to my nieces, Nick, Robin. And, they're books that I think the children would enjoy, because they're young. So they really are at the point where they're just discovering, like, what they like. And they like everything at this point. So I have already put some books in a priority mail for them. I was going to send them the Castle Art, but someone said they would like the Castle Arts instead. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give the Castle Arts to them. Yeah, these pencils, the colors look just like my Castle Arts. And if you look at the new So Color pencils, it looks exactly like the colors. The Castle Arts and the So Colors look exactly alike. And what's funny is I think the names of the pencils are exactly the same. And to me, I've tried the Castle Arts, I've tried the colors, and I like the colors better. I think they may be the same pencil. Maybe they were made in the same factory. Because sometimes pencils that are made in the same factory look alike. They don't tell you that, but they are. So anything you guys want me to color from in particular? If there's something you want me to color in? Oh, there's my red pencil. Oh. Thank you, Robin. I didn't know that. See, Robin gave me a packet. I did not know. And there is a link down below to the book. I put the link before we started to where you can purchase the book if you want to purchase the book now rather than waiting on Amazon for it. You won't get the book till August if you wait on it for Amazon. So. Oh, thank you. But it's kind of weird for me to be moving after I've been here for 18 years. Yeah, I've been here for 18 years. You know, my mother said we've been here for 18 years. You know, that's a very scary fact that I've been here for 18 years. I think I've worked for my boss for about 15 the years that I've lived here. And to me, that's a big thing. And I've also got to replace my ID, my license, my non-driver's ID. I got to replace that too. So I got to make an appointment for that too at some point. You know, because I was doing the taxes and that got held up, and then I had to give him my stuff. I am gonna miss New York. There are things in New York that I can't do anywhere else in the world. Like I'm gonna miss my public transportation. I think I'm gonna have to learn how to drive when I'm out there because as much as my mother says, "Oh, there's public transportation," my friend who used to live in California for a while and then she moved back to New York said she hated California because she couldn't. It was insane there, and because she didn't know how to drive, it was like hell on earth to take the transportation system there. Yeah, you can take the subways there, but it's not like you can buy a Metro card. You see here, we buy the Metro card in the machines. Over there, you gotta go into a bodega, get the card, and then do the thing in there. And then it's like their subway system. And they have a lot of crime in their subway system, in the California system. I'm like, oh, gee, this is just fucking wonderful. Well, I'm gonna wonder if buying less will be more provincial for me over the next few months. If I'll actually be able to save money buying less stuff. I mean, there's still stuff I'm gonna have to buy, like coffee, the necessities for coffee. You all know what I mean by that. Oh, yesterday, because I was so mean to my mother over the last few days, I bought my mother some nonpareils, which are these little chocolate, like the little chocolate things, and then you get the little snow, like they look like snow on chocolate. Those are my mother's favorite candies. So I saw over at Lilac, it's just so interesting how many things you can buy in New York. Like I'll miss the bakeries, I'll miss having easy access to restaurants. But then, there are things I'll gain. Like, there are stores I don't have here in New York. Like, I don't have a whole lot of big box stores here. Someone says, oh, then we can go to places like Costco and things like that. I was like, are you, like, have you lost your mind? Then if we move to California, I have to get a California non-ID. I'm going to have to do that soon too, but I had to be hooked up and then, everything is like different. I think we're going to end the stream after I do this red mushroom. I am liking this book. And we can thank Robin for enabling this book. Thank you, Miss Robin, the enabler. I was Robin abled. Nick, guess how many diamond paintings I have? I have 81 right now. Diamond pens. 81. And 2 more on the way. All I want, realistically, is 1 more pen, and I want it from Lazy River. But every time I try to buy a pen from Lazy River, I can never buy one. So, we are going to stop the stream here today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. So, just looking for where I put my red. This is what happens when you have a lot of colors. Why don't I see the place where I took my red from? Usually there's an empty slot. Why don't I see it? Oh, there's the empty slot for the red. So that's that. So I want to thank everybody for coming. So hopefully we'll figure out what we're doing next time. Also, guys, I'm still thinking about what June will be. Hardcover June, where we'll color out of hardcovers. Asia June, which is all Asian coloring books. Hanna Karlzon, Hanna Lynn, or maybe a Hanna month for June. June called anybody with Hanna in their name, like Hanna Lynn, Hanna K. And no Johanna. Miss Michelle. Michelle thinks she's funny with her jokes, but I want to thank you guys for coming. So that's what we do. I'll probably finish this off camera, maybe on camera, depends on how much I get done. So I want to thank you guys all for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a great week ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to social distance, wear your mask when you can, wash your hands, and just be careful. Bye, everybody.